I don't usually play co-op games, but when I do, I play these 10 games, which are the best I've ever played. Especially number 1. So good. We're gonna go through all 10 games and you're gonna see some titles you might never heard before. Also, I will explain how they work and why I love them. Number 10 is going to be a very new game on my list that I only tried recently. And already it's number 10, Eternal Decks. Welcome to Eternal Decks, where we're going to save the world by defeating Eternals. You are explorers who have traveled to the Eternal world to try to save the original world. Our world. To defeat the Eternal, you first have to encounter it, and you do that by playing a line of cards. In this co-op game, you are going to be playing cards, but it's not as easy as it sounds because there are rules. There are basic rules of playing cards. You can never play cards of the same color next to each other. As well, you cannot play the same number next to each other. You might think, well, that is limiting, but it's not that bad. But don't worry, each of the lines will also have their special unique rule card. For example, certain colors in a row can be played, or cards need to be played in descending order, or only odd-numbered cards can be played. But there's one more thing. The biggest challenge might be the lack of communication. During the game, you are not allowed to talk. The winning condition depends on the stage you picked. There are a lot of stages, and each of the stages can be played at different difficulty levels, so a lot of replay value here. I don't know why I got so enthusiastic about it, but it is one of the best things about this game. For example, in this scenario, each time we encounter the Eternal, and when we defeat it, we will get a key. Collect all 4 keys, and we win. The second best thing about this game for me is the whole look of the game and the packaging. Look, the board is just this cloth, and the visuals and the pieces, it all looks very unique and different. Love it. The thing why this might not be good for you if you don't enjoy the games where you can't discuss and you just have to figure out it on your own. But other than that, it is very unique and you should get your hands on it. But what's next is even better. And why I'm not telling what's next, because I don't know where number 9 is. So where is number 9? It's here? This one's Menara? I knew it. Number 9 is better. It's Sky Team. Wait, can you talk there? No, you can't. I'll tell you why it's better. We're trying to land the plane. Left engine 5, second engine 4. Are we going to land it? Not enough thrust. Bad, left. No! In Sky Team, you are the pilot and another player is the co-pilot. And like the previous game, no talkie-talkie. You're going to this airport, but to get there, you have to avoid other planes, you have to move forward, and you have to be sure that your plane is straight and the altitude is correct. At the beginning of the round, you and your co-pilot will roll dice, and then you will take those dice and use them for actions. For example, you have to use your dice to engage your landing gear, keep the plane straight, or just drink some coffee, because that lets you modify dice in the future. Like the previous game, this game is quite replayable. There are different airports, different rules that you can add as you play, but this one's way simpler and easier to get to the table. And just rolling dice and placing them, really fun. A downside might be that it's too simple. Eternal Decks was way heavier, but for me, simpler games is better. Not a lot of choices, just roll some dice, enjoy landing the plane. Or not, depends how you'll go. But the next game on my list, right here, is also about rolling dice. Kinda. Dungeon Fighter is a co-op game where you're delving into a dungeon and trying to defeat a big baddie. Oh, they're all co-op games. Oh, I don't have to say that each time. Oh, okay. You are these unlikely heroes, which are unique to say the least. You're going into the dungeon, trying to defeat the big bad guy. Why? Because that's what heroes do. You will encounter different monsters before you get to the big baddie, and each of them have life points. To destroy him, you have to, well, do the... Come on, I can do it. I think I just died. What I was trying to do but failed was trying to throw the dice so it bounces off the table and lands somewhere on the board. That's how I deal damage to it. And if the eye symbol is showing, I get to trigger my uber duper ability. But things get more complicated because each of the monsters have special rules how you need to throw the dice. For example, here, it needs to bounce twice before it hits the board. You have to close your eyes or you have to use both of your hands. Oh boy. Do you have those friends who have video game background and they're like, video games boring, slow? This is not gonna be slow and not gonna be boring. It's full of action, throwing dice in all kinds of funny ways. It's just hilarious time. The downside might be that it's too much of a party game, then again, too hard for casual gamers. But I always find fun in this game, especially in late nights when you're like, I'm tired, I want to do something else. But this will wake you right up. Just like the next game might wake me up. And it is... Ooh, I should have taken time to prepare. In this game, it's all about playing cards in the correct order. Before each game, you will select one envelope and get a unique clock that will change the rules of the game. But the basic rules are, on your turn you'll have to play a single card, obeying the rules. For example, here you have to play a white card. Also, all the cards, going clockwise, have to be played in ascending order. Once everyone has played their cards, we'll flip them over to see if we failed. But don't worry, you can always try again, and the game encourages that because you get some special abilities each time you fail. So, failing is okay in this game? In this game, the best thing is the variety. Each of these has different clocks, different rules, so there are 40 different scenarios to play. Downside, I don't really see a lot of downsides here. Yes, you can't speak, but the game is very quick, unlike, for example, Eternal decks. But if you're tired of not speaking, how about a game where you're gonna talk all the time about which piece to place where? Welcome to the most unique ancient temple discovery game. You are trying to build a certain amount of floors here without getting cursed. How you get cursed? Like this. On your turn, you have to not destroy the tower, that's step 1, but step 2 is drawing a card that will tell you what you need to do. For example, move certain columns up, or remove certain columns, or just place certain columns. Placing is the best thing you want to do. It's, yeah! I'm cursed! Each time a level is full of columns, you will place a new level. Place enough levels and you win the game. Be clumsy, you lose the game and get cursed. I wonder what's bad about being cursed. This is definitely the most unique co-op or even board game that ever played. Stacking is fun for some, and stacking cooperatively is also fun for some. For me, it's definitely fun. Downside is if you feel pressured by messing up everybody's game, you're not gonna like that, especially if you actually do mess up that game. But if you want something also that requires dexterity, but maybe is a bit different, how about Project Elite? In this real-time action game, you landed on this alien planet and are trying to complete your objective. You are this special soldier that landed here to do something they told you to do. It's probably important, but also important is surviving, because these little aliens just keep coming at you. They just keep coming at you. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Oh my God, there's too many. Oh my God. Depending on the scenario, you will have to get to your objective, do it, then get to the same objective somewhere else, do it and do all of them, and then safely get out. Whew, alive. How you do that is by rolling dice and then using those dice for different actions like moving and shooting and completing objectives. Just like Dungeon Fighter, this gives me video game vibes. What that means is there's constant action, rolling dice, moving enemies, using actions, constant action. No time to be bored or just... What else do you have time not for? Not everyone likes real-time games, so this is the most nichest game. Nichest? Is that a word? Now it is, on this list. But something for everyone maybe might be Oathsworn. You are Oathsworn, trying to protect humanity from the monsters that lurk in the forest. Why this game might be for everybody? Because this has two distinct parts. There's the combat encounters, and then there are the story part. You might like one or the other, or both. You start out as these Oathsworn who are trying to protect humanity, but where does your story take you? No one knows. Well, except the people who have finished the game, they know. But no spoilers! Each session consists of two parts, and the first part is the story part, where you will encounter different people, read story elements, and try to figure out who are you going to encounter this time. Once you figure out who the big baddie is, by the way, this is the first baddie you encounter, so no big spoilers here, you will have to defeat it collectively with your abilities. When playing your character, you'll be playing cards and paying for those cards. And this game has a unique rotation system where you play cards and then that will rotate other cards around. And once they go all the way around, they're available to you again. And obviously, those are multi-use cards. You can use them on different things. Bad rats, let Billy go! Let Billy go! This is a campaign game, which means you'll be going through different scenarios, and each of those scenarios has a different envelope that you will open and meet someone new, encounter something new, get new abilities. It's full of content. This big box is tens and tens of hours of content. Yes, this game is a campaign game, which means it might not be as accessible for everyone. It's also quite expensive. But if you fix your light and it's not as dark as it just became, maybe you can bring some light to this world. You want me to talk about this? 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 Well, let's do it. And it's, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Welcome to New York, where you get to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this best TMNT game ever? Unmatched is a 1v1 game system, which I think is fine. But when they created a co-op version called TMDDB, then I loved it. In this game, you're taking control of one of the four brothers, trying to defeat the big bad guy. Each bad guy has their own unique timer. For example, Shredder is taking over different areas of Manhattan. And if you don't stop him in time, Shredder wins. When it's your turn, and that is decided by initiative deck, oh look, player 2, that's me, you will play action cards. You can use cards for attacks, for defense when enemy attacks you, tink, deflected. Or some special actions, oh I get to draw a card. But not all is good in the hood, because the initiative deck will also activate the bad guys. And when that happens, they will move, they will play cards from their unique deck, and obviously try to get you. But we're the most unique fighting team. That's not how the song goes. I know how it goes. I mean, Raphael is rude but cool, Michelangelo is a party dude, Leonardo leads, and Donatello does machines. Let's be honest, if this didn't have turtles, this wouldn't be on this list. I am nostalgic for that IP. If you don't like TMNT, you're not gonna care for this, but if you do, give this one a go. I think that's the best game I've played with that IP. But next on the list is... Have you even heard of this game? This is the toughest survival game I've ever played. Oh, the horror. You are a bunch of explorers that fell through the ceiling of a cave. Now, you need to get out. This is a very simple game rules-wise. You will just do 2 actions, then you will move the horrors, and then you will flip an event. Very simple, right? Yes, but surviving isn't. You will use your actions to move around, to explore new tiles, or use your special ability. So why is it that hard to survive this? Because there's quite a bit of random. Look at this pile of tiles. The exit is somewhere underneath it. So tough. Okay, let's just get through it, right? Well, in the meantime, a gas will try to get you, flooding will happen, horrors will try to attack you and which can kill you outright, and there's also tremors that make stones fall on your head. Which didn't look that painful, but for those little guys, it's fatal. The thing I really like about this game is this little die. It might look like an ordinary die. In fact, it lets you do an extra action each turn, exerting yourself. But if you don't roll the correct number, you lose a life. But theoretically, you could always have an extra action. Another thing I really like is the event deck. Yes, it has horrors, gas, and all kinds of bad things, but it's also your timer. If it runs out, you will have to start rolling this die each turn. If you roll bad, you're insta-killed. It makes for some very stressful and amazing last turns. So the easy rules, yet very tough to win gameplay makes me want to come back to this again and again and again. And this game has my family factor. My kids really love it. Even though we've won once or twice out of so many times we played, I just keep coming back to this.
This game has a lot around them. Some might say it's very unfair. For me, it creates epic story moments that I keep talking about with my kids even days after I've finished it. But what we haven't finished is top 10, and we will finish this with my best co-op game of all time that I've ever played. The Gang.
Welcome to the best poker game you've never played.
You are a gang of thieves trying to crack enough safes before you trigger too many alarms. Like any good thief and safecracker knows, you crack safes by playing poker. During the game, you will play 4 rounds. Each round, you want to rank your hand of cards from lowest to highest. After everyone has taken a chip to mark how strong their hand is, new cards will be revealed, which might change the situation, just like in real poker. At the end of the last round, we will check if we ranked our hands correctly. So this is the lowest one? Yeah, seems so. Let's see here. Oh, ace. This is stronger than this. Good. And the last hand is... oh no, jack. So we trigger the alarm. Trigger 3 alarms, we lose the game. Do I like poker? No. Do I like games where you're not allowed to speak? Okay. So why is this my number 1? Because the discussion after the round, where and how you should have ranked your hand, priceless. Not a lot of bad to say about this. I've played it with people who know poker, people who don't know poker, and everyone has liked it so far. This is an amazing experience. It's quick, it's fast, it has a ton of different options how you can play, and I just keep coming back to it. So, how many of these did you know? How many of these you didn't know? And what is missing from my list? Just leave it in the comments. So these were my top 10 best co-op games of all time. For not a co-op guy. See you next time. Bye.